XDC Network is an optimized Layer 1 blockchain for trade finance across the world, real-world asset, RWA, tokenization, and enterprise payments. It provides low-cost, high-throughput infrastructure that supports EVM compatibility and sustains over 175 apps, protocols, and participants. With its mainnet going live in 2019, XDC Network was designed to tokenize RWAs and serve the multi-trillion-dollar trade finance industry. Security and efficiency lie at the heart of the infrastructure for USDC-based trade settlements on the network. Through this launch, XDC Network will access the world's largest regulated stablecoin along with cross-chain liquidity. Circle has today announced a strategic alliance with the XDC Foundation, bringing its USDC stablecoin and its next-generation V2 cross-chain transfer protocol, CCTP V2, to the XDC network. The announcement is a watershed moment for business blockchains, as it adds utility to the network not only for trade finance but also for real-world asset, RWA, tokenization, and decentralized finance, DeFi. The XDC network, an enterprise-grade Layer 1 blockchain, now has direct access to one of the most stable and fully reserved digital dollars in the world. With USDC integration, the network unlocks new opportunities for dollar-denominated payments to be settled in real time and at virtually zero cost. With interoperability being perfected, CCTP V2 takes integration to new heights. The protocol offers seamless one-to-one transfers of USDC across blockchains without the use of wrappers or bridges. These transfers are conducted with a safe burn-and-mint process, capital-efficient and immune to weaknesses of bridges. Now, application developers on XDC can build applications empowered by programmable hooks. For example, a sum of transferred USDC can be deposited directly into a DeFi vault, or invite a smart contract event like the settlement of an invoice tokenized, almost instantaneously across chains. It unlocks compelling use cases in trade finance and RWA settlements and tokenization that need solid dependence on the interplay of automation and regulation. For institutions, such a partnership offers regulated stability and liquidity.
Legacy systems for handling high-value transactions, such as letters of credit or tokenized debt, can now tap native USDC for rapid on-chain settlement without having to leave the ecosystem. And for DeFi developers, promise of increased liquidity and simplified treasury management is no less enticing.
Circle's move is an expression of growing adoption of USDC as a pillar of finance. As L1 networks like XDC are increasingly becoming interoperable, stablecoins are able to become central in bridging traditional finance and Web3 applications. Trade finance does not normally hit the headlines, but it underpins over $30 trillion of world trade every year behind the scenes. But underlying the systems are still paper-based, slow and biased. Small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, continue to be continually deprived of funding due to fragmented infrastructure and therefore face hindrance when participating in global trade. In its latest report, Cointelegraph Research analyzes increasing numbers of institutions and governments asking whether blockchain has the ability to offer a better model. An example of such an initiative in this regard is the XDC Network. Despite other areas being aided by technology, trade finance is still held hostage to manual means. Until 2022, only 2% of all bills of lading were issued electronically. Cross-border trade in most instances continues to be controlled by couriers, faxes, and wet ink signatures. The inefficiency creates a global trade finance gap of $2.5 trillion. The gap is the amount of unmet need for financing from otherwise credit-worthy businesses. This limits their ability to finish orders, expand operations, or access global supply chains. The gap affects SMEs most significantly in emerging markets. XDC Network is trading between 8 and 9 cents.
It recently dropped by nearly 10% in a week and over 18% in the last month. It's just below its 100-day average, which indicates a slow market. If it breaks its nearest resistance, it can reach about 10.5 cents, rising over 20% from its lower side. The currency has strong support at 7.5 cents. Its stochastic and relative strength index readings show it is neither overbought nor oversold. In general, XDC Network needs to break above its resistance to show more growth potential.
Despite the recent losses, XDC Network's solid support of $0.075 and upside target of $0.105 suggest room for a bounce if buying pressure comes back. The technical indicators have the coin in neutral, with space for a rebound without being overheated. If XDC breaches the resistance, the projected 30% recovery can materialize, positioning it as a strong candidate for short-term gain. And before we finish, if you want news and updates on XDC, subscribe and like this video. See you on our next video.